Island will also be providing real-time updates on airport traffic, processing times, and all essential links to publish information on the airport website. And now that the visit to the APOC control room and all the 6 islands is complete, the minister is being taken to the other side of APOC, which has the Incidents Management Center and also collaborative decision-making room. The Incidents Management Center is responsible for managing all airport emergencies, including bomb threats, hijacks, and airport incidents. And the collaborative decision-making room handles all non-regulatory emergencies and crisis management such as IT outages, severe weather conditions, and strikes. And this brings to the completion of the visit at APOC by the Honorable Union Minister and other senior dignitaries. And they'll shortly be proceeding from APOC to the venue here at Novotel. I once again extend a very warm welcome to all of you, including the officials from the Ministry of Civil Aviation, Government of India, Government of Telangana, DGCA, Bureau of Civil Aviation Safety and Security, CISF, the State Police, Customs, Bureau of Immigration, all regulatory bodies, airlines and airports, tech leaders, startups, GHIL Board of Directors, senior leaders from GMR Group, and all our media friends on this momentous occasion today, the day when we are all set to turn another page in the growth story of India by launching a unique milestone in our nation's aviation journey. We're immensely grateful to you all for sparing time to be with us on this special occasion, GMR Airports launching AI-powered digital twin to transform passenger experience and enhance airport operations at the Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. Powered by the digital twin platform, the next-gen APOC at RGIA is one of its kind and a transformative advancement in airport management and operations. The minister and all the dignitaries will be here within 10 minutes shortly. Meanwhile, I request the safety video at Novotel to kindly be displayed on the screen for the benefit of all of our audience.
A very warm welcome to all of you at Novotel Hyderabad Airport. I'll be giving a short brief about the hotel and safety-related details. This banquet hall name is Shamshabad Ballroom. Here we have 3 fire exits, which leads to Safe Assembly Point, which is at Main Gate. The main hotel building consists of 6 floors and a basement. Each floor is divided into 4 wings. This property is fully equipped with firefighting equipments that includes fire extinguishers, fire hydrants, smoke detectors, water sprinklers, manual call points, fire alarm system, and a dedicated firefighting team. We have 2 teams in the hotel to deal with emergencies. One is ERT, Emergency Response Team, and another one is FRT, First Response Team. All of our staff is trained to handle emergencies. Certified first aiders are available in all the departments to deal with any medical emergencies. We also have a doctor on call available at the hotel. Our emergency contact number is 555 from any land phone, and you can call on 9703-20145, which is answered by security team. And emergency exit plan is displayed on the door back of all the guest rooms. This hotel is a non-smoking hotel. We have dedicated smoking zones wherein we request the guest to smoke. During the emergency, don't use the elevators. Use only staircase. Nearest fire brigade is 02 kilometers from the hotel. Nearest hospital is 3 kilometers from the hotel. Thank you, and I wish you a successful event.
Thank you. My special gratitude to Shri A. Subbarao, Shri M. Ramachandran, and Mr. Alexei Riols to be with us from the DHIL Board of Directors, taking out time to be with us on this very special occasion. Thank you. The Honorable Minister and the senior dignitaries have arrived. They'll shortly be with us in the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, we are highly privileged and honored to have the distinguished presence of Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, among us all today. I also extend a very warm welcome to Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Shri V. Walnam, Shri Vikas Raj, Special Chief Secretary, Transport, Government of Telangana, Shri Jayesh Ranjan, Special Chief Secretary, Information Technology, Electronics and Communications, Government of Telangana, Shri GBS Raju, Business Chairman, GMR Airports. Shri Bomadala Srinivas, Business Chairman, Energy and International Airports. Shri Kiran Kumar Gandhi, Corporate Chairman, GMR Group. Shri BVN Rao, Business Chairman, Transportation and Urban Infra. Shri SGK Kishore, Executive Director and Chief Innovation Officer, GMR Airports. And Shri Pradeep Panikar, CEO, RGIA. I now invite the Executive Director, Shri SGK Kishore, and CEO, Mr. Pradeep Panikar, to present the bouquets to our dignitaries on the dais. Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu, Shri V. Walnam, Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Shri Shobhit Gupta, Joint Secretary. Shri Vikas Raj, Special Chief Secretary, Transportation, Government of Telangana. Okay. 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 Shri GBS Raju, BCM Airports, GMR Group. Shri Srinivas Bomadala, BCM Energy and International Airports, GMR Group. Taking the proceedings further, I now request our Honorable Union Minister and all the dignitaries on the dais to kindly proceed for the lamp lighting ceremony. As we embark on this significant occasion, let us remember the famous Sanskrit shloka, Tamsoma Jyotirgamaya. Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, the lamp lighting ceremony, while rooted in tradition, holds a deep significance. It embodies the convergence of brilliance, energy, and innovation. It symbolizes how collaboration and shared wisdom guide us towards higher learning and groundbreaking advancements in all fields, and especially today. It signifies the beginning of a transformative journey at GMR-led Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, one that will lead us all towards a landmark in the world of aviation. Now we begin today's proceedings. I'm delighted to invite Shri S.G.K. Kishore, Executive Director and Chief Innovation Officer at GMR Airports, to give the welcome address and take us all through the making of digital twin and APOC at GMR's Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. Sir.
Good morning, everyone, distinguished guests on the dais and other dignitaries who are present on this momentous occasion of GMR Group. At the outset, let me welcome the dignitaries on the dais. Our Honorable Minister for Civil Aviation, Sri Kinjarapu Rammohan Naidu Garu. When I met him to invite this, he readily agreed to participate in our function and grace the occasion and inaugurate our new facility of APOC and the digital twin what we are having today. In spite of the parliament session in place, he was kind enough to spare time. He has come all the way from Delhi, and again he'll be going back immediately. So thank you, sir, for agreeing and sparing time for this event here. Our Secretary of Civil Aviation, Shri Walnam Garu, again, he is the spirit of the growth of civil aviation in the country. Very positive and dynamic officer, and under his leadership, I'm very confident that our civil aviation growth will reach maximum height. We also have Joint Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Shri Shobhit Gupta ji, who has come all the way from Delhi to go around our facility and also grace this occasion. We have our Business Chairman, GVS Rajgaru, Srinivas Bommedala Garu. Mr. BVN Rao also will be joining anytime. And all the distinguished delegates and guests from the industry, both from the aviation industry, tech industry, and all our stakeholders and partners, CSF, Customs, State Police, and all senior officials from Government of Telangana and Government of India. This is a very watershed, I should say, in the aviation industry. Especially the type of horizontal platform, digital platform, what we have created and deployed in Hyderabad Airport to begin with. Let me take this occasion to also take the Honorable Minister about the journey, what we underwent last 10-15 years in Hyderabad Airport. Sir, Hyderabad Airport was the first public-private partnership airport, and when we won this airport, right from our group chairman, it was very clear that we should create benchmarks for the aviation industry. I still remember we went, all the entire leadership team went all around the globe, visiting various airports, understanding the best practices, right from washrooms till digital technologies, what they are been using. And we brought in many partners. In fact, we can proudly say the concept of airports control center was first started in Hyderabad as the first PPP airport. Our Malaysian partners, we went to Malaysia to see how they are having this unified control center, and we first deployed it here in the AOCC. And then 2015 onwards, the growth of aviation, really the double-digit growth, and how the exponential growth which India has witnessed also led us to many innovations, especially in Hyderabad, because we were having a 12 million airport capacity terminal, and we had to handle literally almost 20 million before the onset of COVID. So, lot of innovations what we have done, sir. Basically, how we have created between this last decade, how we have created innovations in increasing the throughput and enhancing capacity. One of the things which I still remember is we dispensed off the stamping of boarding cards and the handbag tax. We had to sit with BCAS and CSF and impress upon them how new technologies will bring in much more foolproof security, at the same time enhancing passenger experience. So proud to say that Hyderabad was the first airport to do the POC and also fully deploy the dispensing away of stamping of hand baggages and boarding cards. Then, with the help of the very always progressive ministry, we did this paperless boarding process, which we call as e-boarding, end to end. And then later, bringing in the biometric thing, which ultimately led to DigiYatra, and you see the type of impact it has created globally, the DigiYatra intervention. The other innovations what we have done in Hyderabad airport is express check-in. We found almost 40% of our passengers were only with hand baggage. So what we did is the entire processing will be happening off airport, and directly people entering with hand baggage, they just go into the security and just clear it within 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Then also the facilities of remote hand baggage screening. At that time, because when we found that the throughput of the hand baggage screening was very not up to the mark, and we had to increase, we sat with BCAS and CASF, and we brought in this concept of hand baggage screening being done by CASF hand bag screeners remotely. That has almost 50% increased the throughput. So that is another experiment which we did later. It was done in Bangalore and Mumbai as well. Recently, we did the city side check-in. Even the registered bags, how we can drop off before the terminal and the passengers can go directly into the security. So a lot of innovations, and in all these innovations, our Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, our DGCA, our CSF has been very progressive. One thing what I can proudly say is the type of growth what we are seeing in the civil aviation industry. It is a true representation of the public-private partnership, be it the public partners, whether it is the ministry, ERA, CSF, BCAS, customs, and the private partners, which are the airport operators, airlines. They all work together to create whatever new things which we are seeing. And sir, today, with all this experience in 2021, first of its kind corporate innovation program we have launched in GMR, which we call it GMR Innovex. It's an in-house accelerator working with startups, academia, research institutions, trying to bring in new ideas, new solutions. As you all know, aviation was lagging behind in terms of the IT systems and the passenger processing systems. So our innovation platform, we wanted to bring in the new age solutions. When the former DG BCAS visited our innovation facility, he was so much impressed that we signed an MOU with BCAS to create and co-develop new products, new solutions. So as a part of that exercise, one of the requirements of our business was to do a non-intrusive crowd behavior analysis. So this is one of the problems, because in our car park and all, we were seeing a lot of touts and other unwanted elements. So we wanted to have this crowd behavior analysis solution. And in one of the interactions, we found a startup from Silicon Valley promoted by an Indian, that too from Telangana. The startup is called CloudSpot, which did a similar solution for Dubai Expo. When a lot of footfalls were there in the Dubai Expo, they were doing this. So we brought them in, and almost last 1 year, sir, this new age digital twin platform, what you have witnessed today, was incubated in our innovation along with CloudSpot and also our IT service provider, concessionaire, Vasil. All this, and the business leaders of airport, all of them sat together, did a deep down analysis of what is the requirement for each stakeholder of the aviation ecosystem, what is that they would like to see, how do we get in the single source of truth, and then using the AI stack of CloudSpot, wherein today we have data acquisition from almost 30 odd data sources seamlessly into this. Using AI models, we have created almost 40 modules with 120 odd KPIs, which will give the experience to all the stakeholders. This is one of its kind, because in the aviation industry, the total airport management concept was there for the last few years. But really, this is the solution, the horizontal platform which we have deployed today, which was inaugurated by our Honorable Minister. It is a realistic installation and deployment full scale of 360-degree aviation thing with all the stakeholders, single source of truth, with a visualization, dashboards which are very dynamic and also user friendly. And this horizontal platform, the beauty of it is you can keep on plugging in new applications required by the business, this thing. So this is one of the platforms which was co-created within India, within our ecosystem, and successfully deployed. Today, our other sister airports, Delhi Airport is in the process of deploying this full-fledged solution. This particular solution, there is a lot of interest from other airports globally. So we are very, very thankful, sir, for you sparing this time. As you know, our minister is very, very proactive, especially in terms of technology, process improvements, enhancing passenger experience. How do we ensure, while we all do all these things without compromising safety, security? Because generally the anomaly is you increase safety, passenger experience will reduce. You increase passenger experience, safety will be compromised. But the beauty of these new emerging technologies is, while enhancing passenger experience, you will also enhance the robustness of the security systems. Sir, when we are developing this, there is a lot more potential how this horizontal platform can be leveraged for enhancing the entire airport experience. There may be some change in rules and regulations which will be required to fully exploit the potential of this particular system, which we will come to you and the secretary. But thank you all. This is a unique amalgamation of leaders from the tech industry, digital industry, and the aviation industry, and the presence of the Honorable Minister and the Secretary Civil Aviation adds more value to this. And I am sure in the coming years, we'll be seeing more and more adoption of emerging technologies in the civil aviation ecosystem, which will further the growth which we are seeing. And it's only a matter of time. The type of progressive policies which the ministry is taking will be one of the largest civil aviation markets across the globe. So thank you once again, sir, for witnessing this particular occasion. And thanks to all the people who have taken out their time to come and grace this occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shri S.G.K. Kishore, for setting the context and taking us through the journey of technological innovations at Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, including the self-baggage drops, the intelligent crowd management system, and digital twin platform as a single source of truth, tracking real-time data to manage the entire airport operations. Taking the event further, I now invite Shri GBS Raju, Business Chairman, GMR Airports, to kindly share his vision on the use of technology and digital transformation at all our airports. Thank you, sir.
Good morning to everyone. It's my privilege to welcome Honorable Minister Civil Aviation, Mr. Mohan Garu, Secretary, Minister of Civil Aviation, and Joint Secretary of Civil Aviation, and esteemed guests and distinguished dignitaries. We'd like to welcome you all for the inauguration of the Airport Predictive Operations Center and Digital Twin Platform here at Hyderabad International Airport. As this is a milestone marks is a significant step towards in our pursuit of innovation, digital transformation, and operational excellence. At GMR, we embarked on our digital transformation journey with bold vision to make GMR a data-driven, a tech-centric organization, leveraging the power of emerging technologies. Our digital transformation journey began with the establishment of Innovation Center, which has served as a beacon for identifying and nurturing cutting-edge solutions. We are embedding digital technologies into every fabric of our organization, transforming traditional processes and creating new ways of working that are efficient, agile, and future-ready. We have embraced advanced technologies like artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the Internet of Things towards making of this platform. This platform will also represent a significant shift in how we approach airport operations, putting data at the core of the decision-making to achieve unparalleled operational efficiency, enhanced passenger experience, and heightened focus on safety and security. There are a couple of benefits that the APOC and digital twin platform are just not a milestone for GMR airports, but also pioneering advancements for the aviation industry. As airports evolve into a smart ecosystems, APOC and digital twin platform enhance their role as economic growth engines. Airports are gateway to global trade, tourism, and investment. By increasing the efficiency and connectivity, we support economic growth, job creation, and global competitiveness. As we inaugurate APOC today, we also look at the future and the optimism and the determination. We are committed to staying at the forefront of the technology, adapting emerging trends, and building capabilities that position us as a leader in the global aviation ecosystem. I want to extend my gratitude to the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation and Secretary of Ministry of Civil Aviation and Joint Secretary for gracing us with their presence today and for the continued support to the aviation industry. GMR airports will continue to set benchmarks for operational excellence, passenger delight, and sustainability. Together, we are creating world-class airports that not only elevate the aviation industry, but also make a meaningful contribution to the growth and prosperity of our nation and the global economy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri GBS Raju, for throwing light on the benefits of APOC, not just for GMR airports, but for the entire aviation industry, be it in terms of employment generation or creating efficiencies in airport management and operations. I request Sri S.G.K. Kishore to kindly welcome our Business Chairman, Transportation and Urban Infra, Sri B.V.N. Rao, with a bouquet. I now take the honor to invite Sri V. Walnam, Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, to kindly share his thoughts on this memorable occasion.
So this will be extempore today. As we inaugurate this extremely wonderful APOC, Airport Predictive Operations Center, I start by greetings to the chief guest of today's function, the Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Sri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu. My greetings to my colleague, Sri Shobhit Gupta, the Joint Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, who could join us today. And warm greetings to the Business Chairman of GMR Group, Mr. GBS Raju, Mr. Pradeep, the CEO of this Hyderabad airport, and all the distinguished dignitaries on the dais, especially to Mr. S.G.K. Kishore, the Chief Innovation Officer, and all the distinguished participants today. It's a galaxy of the best from the civil aviation. It's my pleasure to be here among all of you. And as we were shown the APOC, it was wonderful to see such cutting-edge technology being brought together into one center, and something which has the potential to transform the functioning of this airport and also replicable to several more. So extremely happy to be here today. And I will only speak very briefly, but as we went through the APOC, I must share that the thought which came was civil aviation in India, the way we are at the cutting edge, the way we are at the global best standards. That was the thought which came to my mind. You know, if we are talking of safety, both to ourselves and to our passengers, it is the 100% safety that the best of the best that the world can offer. That is our commitment. It comes to mind when we look at our airports, both here and in many of our cities, the best of the best, second to none. In some ways, the dream of Viksit Bharat that we have, I feel in civil aviation India, we have already achieved. I think a round of applause can be. which also brings us a huge responsibility, because what I find also is at the same time, our traveling passengers have also caught on to this idea of being the best of the best. So the passengers who would be quiet and quietly sitting in Heathrow or JFK when they are in our airports and in our airlines and in our aircraft, they expect the very best and they are quite vocal. So it's not something we can rest upon. How we improve our efficiency, how we improve our performance, how we improve our coordination. I think these are all something that we will continue to work upon, and we from Ministry of Civil Aviation are fully committed and convey our willingness to support whichever aspects of it that is required. And again, in ending such a happy occasion, that this APOC, which will help us towards building upon that strength that we have, being the very best of the best in the world, we will be in the vanguard in the development of our country. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating address on how APOC has set new benchmarks in the aviation industry, not just in India, but globally, and extending all the support from the Ministry of Civil Aviation in upping technological standards in the aviation sector in India. With this, we now move to the highly anticipated moment that will redefine the way airports operate and get managed. I kindly request our Chief Guest, Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu ji, to proceed with the digital launch of APOC at GMR-led Rajiv Gandhi International Airport. A bigger round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
As the backbone of global connectivity, airports are evolving into smart ecosystems. At GMR Airports, we integrate advanced technology to deliver seamless operations, elevating passenger experiences while championing sustainability. Leading this revolution, the GMR Hyderabad International Airport is a pioneer in adopting India's first digital twin-powered airport predictive operations center, which entails the concept of smart total airport management. APOC is a dynamic workplace equipped with intelligent airport operating system, integrating cutting-edge technologies like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and predictive analytics. This empowers real-time monitoring of passenger flow across touch points and optimizing operational efficiency. From over 40 modules and 100 key performance indicators, the APOC enables predictive, prescriptive, and simulative strategies to address the complexities of modern airport ecosystems while seamlessly integrating legacy and new systems. Designed and built by GMR in India, this innovative system is tailored for global scalability, combining local expertise with world-class standards. The APOC is the nerve center of the airport, enhancing operational efficiency with data-driven decision-making capability in order to deal with capacity constraints while improving safety and transforming passenger journeys. With collaborative decision-making using artificial intelligence and machine learning-driven insights. The APOC optimizes passenger flow, improves runway efficiency, and proactively manages the health of critical infrastructure, enabling smarter airports of the future. From energy-efficient systems to real-time carbon tracking, the APOC demonstrates GMR's commitment to sustainable growth, meeting ambitious goals for 2050 and beyond. With the Airport Predictive Operations Center as a key enabler, the GMR Hyderabad International Airport continues to redefine global standards for smart operations and future-ready sustainability.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is truly a historic moment in the airport's business, setting a new global benchmark in total airport management, powered by AI, real-time data tracking, and advanced analytics. What we have witnessed today is a future unfolding before our eyes. This is truly a moment of great pride for all of us, and also the perfect time to honor the masterminds in tech, to the brilliant minds in operations, for their incredible dedication and commitment in making this project a reality. So while a project of this magnitude requires immense efforts from a wide array of experts from various domains, we are today recognizing the representatives of these remarkable teams who have worked tirelessly behind the scene to bring this vision to life. And to do the honors, I kindly request our chief guest, Honorable Union Minister of Civil Aviation, to kindly present certificates of appreciation to each of our champions on behalf of their respective teams. Yes.
Sir, as I mentioned, it is a cross-functional, multi-stakeholder effort which has gone into creation of this. So we want you to recognize some of these representatives, sir. First, our partners, Mr. Rishi Mehta, CEO of Vasil, who is our sole IT service provider, having expertise in all airport IT systems. And Vasil was one of the partners who worked with the startup CloudSpot and GMR Innovex to create this new age solution, sir, horizontal platform, what we are seeing, witnessing here. Next, we want Mr. Ravi Akireddy, who is the founder of the startup CloudSpot. Sir, he is from Telangana. He was the one which brought in this AI stack on which this solution has been developed. Sir, now we want to recognize some of the leaders from GMR Group. Mr. Rama Iyer, who is our Head of Innovation, GMR Innovex. This is where the entire idea was incubated. POCs were developed along with the business leaders. And today what we have fully deployed and full-scale deployment, the seeds were sown in GMR Innovex, sir. Next, we request Rajesh Mandavalli, who is the CEO of GHIL, who literally worked along with the business teams to create all these 40 modules and the 100-odd KPIs, and for the successful deployment of this solution in Hyderabad Airport. Then I would request Srinath Prasad, CIO of DIAL. Sir, he was ex-CIO of GHL, where the entire POCs which I was mentioning, dispensing of, stamping of boarding cards, e-boarding, the Digi Yatra, was all, he was the driver along with us, successful deployment of this solution. I would request some of our young leaders, Tasneem Izzaz, who is the project manager of Hyderabad APOC. Tasneem, please come onto the stage. And also Shreyas Damdare, who is the project manager of Dial APOC. I would request Sapan Gupta, who is our design head. The beautiful APOC facility which was inaugurated by the Honorable Minister, it was all designed internally, sir, by Mr. Sapan Gupta, and he was the project manager for developing the entire beautiful world-class infrastructure.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Honorable Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest for today's event, Shri Kinjarapu Ram Mohan Naidu ji, esteemed Union Minister of Civil Aviation, is the youngest cabinet minister and one of the most visionary leaders. And one of the most visionary leaders in India, known for his dynamism and forward-thinking approach. He is spearheading groundbreaking initiatives to modernize the aviation sector. Celebrated for his progressive vision and transformative ideas, he is fostering innovation, sustainability, and enhancing regional connectivity one day at a time. Under his leadership, India's aviation industry is setting global benchmarks, making air travel more accessible and efficient for all. It's my privilege to invite our chief guest, Honorable Union Minister Shri Ram Mohan Naidu ji, to deliver his keynote address to the August gathering. Sir.
Honorable Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Vualam ji, Joint Secretary, Ministry of Civil Aviation, Shobhit ji, and from the GMR Group, GBS Raju garu, Bomidel Srinivas garu, BVN Rao garu, Panikar garu, Kishore garu, and all the important stakeholders that are present here on this momentous occasion from the Hyderabad airport, all the stakeholders that are here and the esteemed guests, my friends from the media, a very good afternoon to each and every one of you. In fact, the parliament is running today. And when they said we are going to have this event on 11th, I was little hesitant at first, but who misses a chance to come to Hyderabad? That was what was going through my mind. After becoming a minister, I was not finding many opportunities to come here, being in Delhi, being busy there. The travel to Hyderabad has come down very much. So when I thought that this is happening in Hyderabad, my first immediate reaction was, let us go there first and see what's happening. So it's a pleasure to be in Hyderabad today for this momentous occasion, for the inauguration of GMR's first integrated airport predictive operations center. And I want to begin by congratulating the GMR Hyderabad International Airport Limited for its remarkable leadership in achieving this extraordinary milestone. And I take pride in the fact that GMR Group is the largest private operator in Asia and operates 2 of the top 4 airports in the country, which is Delhi and Hyderabad. In fact, the group is one of the largest airport operators in the world, handling about 100 million passengers annually, and we take pride that such operator is there originating from our country itself. And I congratulate the GMR Group for always being on the forefront when it comes to innovation and technologies. The group has been implementing many firsts in the industry, many initiatives helping towards airport productivity and overall enhancing of the passenger experience. And I appreciate the various initiatives that Hyderabad Airport specifically has taken, like the e-boarding system, passenger engagement through HOI mobile app, predictive analytics-based plan of the day, self-baggage drop facility, and IoT-based smart trolley systems, smart washrooms, and many more in the pipeline. And I see that Hyderabad Airport, which is connected to around 90 destinations across the country and international, has seen the highest passenger growth in the country from about 6.5 million passengers in 2010 to 25 million passengers in 2024, reflecting a growth of almost 4 times. The flight moments have jumped from 220 per day to more than 550 flights per day during the same period, which is quite remarkable growth. When we look at the airports across the country, we are very proud with the achievements that the Hyderabad airport has specifically achieved. And in anticipation of the rapid growth in passenger traffic, the terminal capacity has also been increased to 34 million per annum recently, which is also very good for the passengers. As India's civil aviation minister, I have always envisioned creating an aviation ecosystem that is not only just robust, but also smarter, more efficient, and more people-centric. So I don't simply look at today's event as mere unveiling of an operations facility, but I believe it is unveiling of a new chapter of aviation operations in India. Anything that aligns with making air travel more accessible, more affordable, more convenient, and more people-friendly and seamless, this will be having my full attention, not only right now, but in the future also. And this APOC facility that we are starting today totally aligns with that vision that I have for the country, and especially when I took charge as the Minister for Civil Aviation, the word that I used specifically how I'm going to deal with civil aviation was I want to create ease of flying. I want to make it more passenger-centric. And how do you do that is to bring in the available technology that is there today into the day-to-day operations for the airlines, for the airports, and other technologies. And under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, we have witnessed a transformation in our aviation landscape like no other country in the world. The mission to onboard people from even the remotest corners of the country onto the aircraft, which he famously says, Hawai chappal se Hawai jahaj ka safar. This has become a reality today in this country. And today, air travel is no longer a luxury or only for the elite, but a common mode of transportation for millions of Indians. So my seeing of civil aviation is more like a civilian aviation. That is what I wanted to create in this country. However, the task that lies ahead for us, all of us stakeholders, is that every journey should be as seamless as we can make it and as efficient as possible. And let me share some figures also that will emphasize on the critical need of efficient airport operations and especially APOC-like centers. In October this year, domestic air passenger traffic registered a 5.3% increase, reaching 1.36 crore passengers compared to 1.26 crore in the last month itself. So you see how much growth has happened in 1 month. December 2023 has witnessed a staggering 1.37 crore domestic passengers, and this November, we surpassed that number in just 29 days, making it the best ever month in the history of Indian aviation. And November 17th, particularly that day, which will always be remembered in the history of civil aviation in the country, that was when we crossed over 5 lakh domestic passengers, and this was something which no country has been, some have achieved, a couple of them, but it's like a dream for most of the countries which India has crossed in one day. Then we are set to have 50 more additional airports. And if you look at the airports, the number, in 2014, when we actually, under the leadership of our Prime Minister, we envisioned that airports are a critical growth sector for the country, major economic centers for the country. And he put a lot of impetus in the growth of the airports. And what used to be 74 at the time in 2014, we now have a staggering number of 157 and counting. 158 also happened. We have 3 more lined up and many more coming. And my vision for the next 5 years is we have to create 50 more airports in this country itself. And when we are doing that, evolving the civil aviation into the next sector, I've seen that pretty much the challenge is not bringing in the capex for building airports. The challenge is no more creating those facilities, those buildings. Now it is, so many people are coming in and they're all able to build the airports, and that's the number that I've shared with you also, and how 10 years we have created so many airports. The way I see the civil aviation evolving is not just the number of airports that are created, but the kind of facilities, the services that you're going to offer in the airports itself. That is going to be the change maker that India can bring into the whole civil aviation network. And I see that things like APOC, what we are creating today, is going to create a benchmark not only for the country but also internationally. There will be people coming in and seeing, going gaga over what we are going to do in terms of passenger services that we are going to provide. I see that's a great breakthrough that we have achieved by the event that we are doing today. And unprecedented growth that we are seeing is both inspiring at the same time challenging also. With rising air traffic and passenger footfall, it becomes very much necessary for us to advance our airport management systems. So I believe the modern state-of-the-art facility that we are inaugurating today is going to definitely be a milestone in the future. And as we are discussing while being at the APOC facility, it is going to be a game changer for the entire aviation operations. And a couple of things it intends to do. One is the enhancing efficiency. I think Kishore Garu has explained very well on what the true intention of this APOC center is. It improves the passenger experience, the cost saving, the safety aspect is also being dealt with. So I congratulate GMR Group once again for putting in place the best APOC center platform, which I am little jealous of also, I have to share with you, because I thought that I should be the person who should make it at the ministry. We wanted to have this kind of system where we can see, observe all the airports that are there in the country. For us, we are the policy makers. We are not really into the operations much. But when we create those policies, it is very important for us to get in this real-time data, to see each and every airport at a click of a button on what is happening there, what the airport operations, what the OTP is like, what is the passenger inconvenience that is happening, how is the Digi Yatra functioning in that airport. So I was with the vision that let us try to have this kind of model where we get in all the real-time data from across the airports. But at least we have the lead now here today. We know what direction to move in. So I would like to thank once again the GMR Group for being in the forefront and leading this technological revolution in the aviation sector. And I would also add on to say that while operators have been following the regulatory provisions and guidelines of MOCA, DGCA, BCAS, I think it is time that they come in beyond their readiness to build more such passenger-centric solutions. Indian airports should be seen as role models for all global airports and all the countries. And I see that they're all looking at us also. There are many countries, the situation has changed. 10 years back, India used to be the country where we are looking at the West, we are looking at other countries and seeing what they are doing and trying to copy. But today, we have a long list of countries internationally who are looking at India and saying, what is India going to do today? We are going to follow that and do it in our own country. And that is the status under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji that this country has achieved. And it is our collective responsibilities as industry leaders, as stakeholders and citizens of this country to maintain that position to the best of the efforts that we can put in. And I would also like to say that what gives me more pride being in Hyderabad and the airport also is the connection with our honorable leader, Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu. I have to share this fact. So just like he was saying, Kishore Garu was sharing that 2008, when this was the first PPP model, in fact, his vision was much before itself. When he was pulling in the land in Shamshabad to create a greenfield airport, he was the mastermind behind all this. At that point of time, PPP model was not at all a reality in the country. Nobody was really believing in the concept of PPP model. And especially airports with a capacity of 5,000 acres. It was like a political suicide only at that time collecting 5,000 acres. But he stuck to it. He said if there is an airport, there's a new airport that's going to come to Hyderabad, then it has to have 5,000 acres. It has to have all the capacity that it needs, not only for today, not only for 5 years, but maybe for 30 years, 40 years, 50 years down the line. And that is the kind of vision our leader Nara Chandrababu Naidu had at that time. And based on that vision, the center was also, he was instrumental in creating the Greenfield Airports policy also, which was then mastered by the central government. So he was a key instrumental figure on how we are seeing the growth of airports today, especially with the private stakeholders coming in and operating these airports. He was one of the key mastermind where he brought in this whole concept into the airport system. So I'd like to, as a Minister of Civil Aviation today, though I come from that same school and I'm a student of our Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Nara Chandrababu Naidu Garu, I would like to thank him for creating this kind of environment in the country, and that is what great leaders do, and that's so much learning for all of us also. And the other thing that I want to mention about him, on how he was leading the IT revolution in the country, how he was going to all these countries in the West and trying to bring in all those companies so that the advantage India had, the demographic dividend that we had, the advantage of knowing English that the population at large had. So he wanted to capture that advantage, and he knew that IT was like a very common fit for the country, and he brought in that IT revolution. And even today, he believes in that IT revolution. He feels that if you want to offer the best services to the people in the best time, and to get this real-time data for policy making, the best thing is to integrate technology into your day-to-day activities. And he still believes in that. And that is where I'm coming back to the point on how even in the airport operations, technology is a very important aspect which we can't ignore, or we can't keep it limited to certain aspects. Each and everything that we do, each and every moment that happens, let it be in the aircraft or the passenger or the apron or the taxiway or the runway, whatever, wherever, anything that is happening, technology has a very big role to play in the coming future, and that is where we have to accept that reality, and we need to bring in more people into the industry who facilitate for these kind of operations to happen. So we all know that how IT has changed the whole city of Hyderabad today, and how we are still integrating them in the future of what we want to do. So I still feel India has that kind of advantage, and we have to tap into it for the best of the abilities, and we need to create more efficient systems, tech-based systems in the future also. And at the Ministry of Civil Aviation, we are also leveraging technology to transform the aviation landscape, ensuring ease of flying and ease of doing business for all stakeholders. And there are many examples of it, like our heli portal, which has simplified the operations and bookings for helicopter services. Similarly, e-Pariksha has streamlined the examination process for aviation professionals, making regulatory compliance more efficient. This is especially someone from the pilot division, they would be knowing how difficult it was at one time when you are applying for the CPL license. But now we have utilized the technology, and we have made it more efficient for them, more transparent process for them. And also we have the Air Seva system, which there needs to be a lot of development also. Now that I've seen how APOC is functioning, we need a lot of catching up to do at the ministry also. Air Seva, where we are taking in grievances through the air portal, through the online portal. So that is one thing. And the most important innovation, which we are all very proud of, which we collectively did, is the DigiYatra system itself. And at the security gates and check-in gates, what used to take 20 seconds for one passenger is now taking just 5 seconds. Just one important intervention that we made through technology. Imagine how much time it is saving for crores of passengers in the country. So these are the kind of important interventions that we need to make. And currently at 24 airports, we are using this DigiYatra facility, and we want to expand it to almost all of the airports as more and more people are looking forward to using it. And I'm also looking at building, like I said, a centralized data repository where we get in information from each and every airport. We get in real-time data, even if it is a tier 2 city, even if it is the smallest of the airports where only one flight is functioning. We need to have that kind of data for effective policy making across the airports. So I would like to get in touch with the team that has done this system, and we will collectively work on a much bigger model where the whole country operations, whatever you're doing with the Hyderabad airport, we can have a central system in the ministry where we get in data from all of this. So this is a good sign for all the people who have been involved in here. So the ball is not stopping here. This is just the beginning. We have just taken off here. There is a much bigger sky for all of us to fly together in the future also. So that is one thing that I'm looking at. And I'm also looking forward to having some comparative data analysis of APEC operations to acknowledge its transformative impact on the aviation system overall. So I'd be closely observing what the results of this APOC also will be having on the first and foremost, the passenger who is coming to the airport. How having this, ultimately when you're trying to build in these systems, the effect is supposed to be seen. So we have to see 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, how this is going to play a key role in trying to provide those instrumental services to the passengers. So with those observations also, we'll need to efficiently improve wherever it is necessary and expand our services. And AII has also established AOCC at 6 airports, I believe, and we need to improve Chennai, Kolkata, Pune, Goa, Calicut, and Trichy airport. This is where we are having right now, but a lot of scope for improvement, and we'll collectively work on that also. And India right now has currently a fleet of 800 aircrafts and another additional 1,500 scheduled for delivery for major 3 airlines over the next 6 years. Imagine the sheer volume of aircrafts and the data those aircrafts will be generating. Now we are just having 800 flights, and we are talking about just one airport, and one airport handling some aircrafts, handling some volume of the air traffic in the country. You had such a big APOC center, and imagine like with 1,100 more coming in the 6 years, the kind of how much the passenger traffic is going to increase, how much fleet is going to increase, and how much data that whole thing is going to generate. So we need to vision those kind of futuristic, the coming in of all these things together and build our systems so that we catch up to the kind of demand that the civil aviation is giving to us. And it is imperative for us to adopt an end-to-end data management and analytics system, such as a system which will not only enhance operational efficiency, but also brings in greater accountability and better decision making at every level possible. Whether the aircraft is on the ground or moving in the airspace, there has to be effective coordination amongst all stakeholders as per the changing circumstances. And we have seen that in case of delayed travels or arrivals, our system should dynamically reallocate baggage belts to optimize passenger flow. These are some of the use cases that we can chalk out on paper. But the APOC brings in the system where you can change these ideas, the vision that you have into reality, and that is where we need to push more into providing much innovative solutions. And to truly cater to the growing footfall of our airports, we must prioritize greater situational awareness also. And recently also we have seen with some of the threats that have happened, our whole airport operators, the ministry, airlines, we all sat together, we took a very dynamic approach, we have countered those situations very, very well. And we need to be prepared for multiple kind of situations. We need to have that situational awareness. And when you sit in that room trying to decide on something very, very important, unless you have the data, unless you have some kind of analytics behind you, having a pinpointed solution for any kind of emergency will be very, very difficult. So this is something which not only helps in day-to-day operations, but when you have those extraordinary circumstances where you need to take one decision in that 1 minute creates a huge impact. That is where these kind of analytics and having those technology behind you really helps you. So you need to drive it as much as possible in the future also. And what particularly inspires me about tech-based systems is their imprint on sustainability. By optimizing resources, conserving energy, and ensuring seamless collaboration among stakeholders, APOC is in line with India's commitment to green energy and green operations. And I would like to appreciate in that factor also. And I also value the fact that the operations at Hyderabad airport are completely powered with renewable energy with zero carbon emission. I would say that sustainability, it is not just a priority for the government, it is a shared responsibility across the industry, and I appreciate how GMR Group has been leading in that also. And my idea of airports is that airports should not just be transit points for people to move from one point to another. There is much beyond that. It is to be providing a sustainable travel option, creating jobs for people, and connecting those unserved areas. The airports must evolve into vibrant hubs, into connecting travelers to the essence of the region also. Let it be the culture, let it be the identity, let it be the heritage. So this is an additional advantage. This is an additional pattern that we need to create at the airports. Whenever I visited greenfield airports, whether it is Jewar, which we had the validation flight yesterday, Bhogapuram or Navi Mumbai, my idea is that airports should be spaces where passengers feel a sense of belonging. A place that offers comfort, making every journey feel like a homecoming. I'm seeing more and more of these airports. The travel is becoming very anxious. He has to come from the city. He has to pass the traffic. And then when he comes to the airport, first thing he'll see is an armed person fully fit person who's asking him ID kya kidhar hai, ye kya hai, wo kya hai. So the anxiousness is still there. It just feels like he's going through something very, very strict or some this thing. Ultimately, he's paying money. He just wants the service where he wants to move from one place to another. Any other place, it is the passenger who's put at the forefront. Yes, we have an option. We have a regulation for safety. We have a regulation for security. But ultimately, airports should be those spaces where they come with the concept that passenger is the king. It is with that mindset the airports all should operate, that wherever the passenger is there, he should be getting all the facilities that are available to him, and airport should become like a second home. How much time they spend at the airports? Even if the travel is 2 hours, then the coming to the airport, right from, I've just checked the time at the APOC also, at least 90 to 2 hours, 90 minutes to 2 hours is something on average a person is spending at the airport. That's a huge amount of time. Time today, 2 hours, like what all you can do. That's the time that he's spending at the airports. And you need to create those kind of services and systems where those 2 hours he's there. Even if a flight is delayed for 15, 20 minutes, he feels that I can stay at this airport. There's no problem at all. I won't create any ruckus. There's nothing to be going on to Twitter and ranting about it. So these are the concepts that we need to bring. We need to make it more home-like, more passenger-friendly, more efficient. So these are the things that we need to think about in the future also. And I like how in the last 10 years, with the vision our Honorable Prime Minister had, how the identity, the heritage, the culture have also been involved in the airport building. If you look at airports, any other country, all we need according to the standards is having that building which has an entry, which has an exit, and all the systems in place. There is nothing else. You don't need to keep any picture anywhere. You don't need to keep anything artistic anywhere. But we have taken up that challenge. We have realized what kind of potential our airports had. And if you look at Tirchi, if you look at Varanasi, if you look at Ayodhya, if you look at Bangalore T2 airport, all of these airports are breaking those limitations and saying that I want to build an artistic piece here. I want people to appreciate not just the airport, but what is seen at the airport also. So this is something that our country has brought into the system. So these kind of concepts are something which we all have to collectively think about and make the airports much more locally connected, that connected to the culture, to the people there. So that is one concept. And in fact, I should appreciate Bogapuram also, how they have taken in the local aspects of that region, North Uttarandhra region, and they have brought in how the weavers do the things there, or how the handicrafts are working there, and they're trying to display it in the airport. And that's a great responsible thing to do, and I like how all the airports are evolving into that, and I appreciate that fact with all the airport operators also. And coming to the end, I would like to reiterate that with this APOC platform, GMR Group has taken a leap ahead in adopting emerging digital technologies, and I congratulate them for this initiative and all the teams at the GMR Group who have been working days and nights for making it happen. I had the pleasure to meet some of them. Special congratulations to all of you in building this one. And I would say that this facility is a very good example of the Digital India mission. Prime Minister's vision has greatly encouraged all the stakeholders to think beyond and look into the future. And the APOC being indigenously designed and developed is also an evidence of Make in India vision of our Prime Minister. While this inauguration could be done virtually, I wanted to be here, present here in the midst of all of you and appreciate in person the great effort that has been done here. And I assure all airport operators that the Ministry of Civil Aviation will have their back for tech advancement that make our airports very, very efficient. And in fact, I'm spearheading one other program at the Ministry of Civil Aviation. We are calling it Spark at MOCA, SPARC, Startup Promotion and Research in Civil Aviation, so that we can meet those startup companies, we can meet those people who want to be those change makers in this industry. So we are facilitating a way where they can directly come to us. Me, along with our officers, we are all going to be there. We are going to listen to them. We are going to see what their concept is. And we are going to see how best we from the ministry can assist them in making it happen. So these are some initiatives from the ministry we are taking, which can lead to some good changes is what we believe. And these are some innovative things we'll be continuously evolving at the ministry also, so that a robust mechanism, the whole Ministry of Civil Aviation becomes very vibrant. That is the thought process we have. And I would like to thank the entire team of ministry also from here, including my secretary, my joint secretary, they are here. a wonderful team. If you see that I'm performing well, it is not just me, but my team at the Ministry of Civil Aviation who have been supporting me. So it's a wonderful team that we have here. And collectively, I always keep saying that it is not, we see something as a regulation or we don't see something as a policy or anything. We want to be the team effort coming into place. We understand that we are all part of the same team, trying to achieve the same objectives. So it is important for all of us to collectively work together. And that is the intention we have at the Ministry of Civil Aviation. I once again extend my heartfelt congratulations to the entire team that is present here and the GMR group for the vision and dedication. And I'm confident that this initiative will inspire many more innovations, paving the way for smarter, greener, and more passenger-friendly airports across the country. So my deepest gratitude to all the efforts that they've put in. Two other things. One, I would like to thank the GMR group for also giving the clearance for building the Warangal airport also, which is a huge thing, long pending demand for here. So that is the kind of social responsibility they thought about, and we are going ahead with that. And the second thing I want to mention is the Bhogapuram airport. I wanted it to be speeded up. We have a date that before June 26 we have to complete it. So we have to stick to that date. So there is no compromise on the date. I just want to put it on this platform also. So thank you once again for all the wonderful people that are here. My deepest congratulations to the entire team. Very happy to be here in Hyderabad and spending these valuable moments with each and every one of you. Thank you once again. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, for your truly motivating and uplifting address and for sharing your visionary roadmap for the future of civil aviation in India. Under your stellar leadership, we are all committed to strive collectively towards building more integrated, eco-conscious, passenger-friendly, oriented, and technologically advanced airports. And as you said, in the process, making flying easy, affordable, and convenient for more and more Indians increasingly. Thank you. With this, I now invite Shri Pradeep Panikkar, CEO, Rajiv Gandhi International Airport, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. Thank you, all of you. I would like to say that the GMR group per se, we believe in basically creating an institution into perpetuity, and this particular what we have seen today is an example in which we believe technology is very important, and one of the initiatives the group has taken is bringing a lot of the employees who are actually decision makers into the technology field. We are all undertaking courses so that we come to know what the technology is capable of doing. In fact, people sitting on the dais here itself have undergone these courses so that they know what technology can offer. So we understand operations and we try to bring technology together to see how we can co-create solutions which can enable us to deliver better operational experience to the passenger. Today I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation for actually gracing the occasion today. And being here today, I know it's a very hectic week he is having, especially with the Parliament going on. It is a great occasion and a very encouraging and a vibrant speech he gave us today on what we should expect and what we should be doing for our part in the industry. Apart from that, I would also like to thank the Honorable Secretary of Civil Aviation, Mr. Mohan, for actually having taken time today to come here, and the Joint Secretary for also please making sure, Mr. Shobit also for making the occasion. Apart from this, also we would like to thank our group chairman, who is actually, even at this age, one of the front runners of technology. He actually takes it on himself to say, in fact, he was pulling me up today because I had not completed the course. He told me, you have not done the course completed. Please do it. If you're not doing it as a CEO of the airport, how do you expect your team also to do it? So that is the kind of drive he has, our chairman. And of course, the business chairmen, Mr. GBS Raju, Mr. Bobidala, Mr. BVN, and our board of directors who have actually taken time today to come here today, Mr. Vijay from Delhi Airport, and other people who have come today. Apart from that, the other stakeholders who are here from CISF, Immigration, PCAS, PCS, Airport Authority, who are all partners and who have also contributed in a big way in making whatever is possible today, what we delivered possible. Our partners from Brazil, our partner from CloudSpot, and the other team members who are actually working on the Innovex team, all of them who actually made it possible. Last but not the least, I would like to thank all of our GMR Hyderabad International Airport team members who actually worked tirelessly for the last 1 year to make this a reality. Thank you all. But last but not the least, sorry. Thanks, Kishore. Kishore actually pointed out that I did not thank the media for actually coming here and actually covering this event. This is a really important event for the GMR group and for the airport. So thank you for actually giving us the coverage. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pradeep Panikkar. As we take a break for lunch, let me give you a sneak peek at what's coming up next. So when we reconvene at around 2 p.m., we'll be diving into a fascinating discussion on digital airports, featuring one of the finest leaders in the tech and airport industry. Highly passionate about emerging technologies, both the leaders will delve into how the digitalization of airports can lead to a transformative shift in operational and revenue efficiencies. So make sure the back soon for a session that you don't want to miss. Thank you. I request all of you to now kindly proceed for the lunch. I also request media friends to join in for the briefing by GMR team at the ground floor.